Hey guys, I got a quick project I'm going to try and do today. I've got an older DVD player, a little portable guy, and this is manufactured I think back in 2005. It's a Polaroid, and when the battery actually snaps on back in through here. And what's happened over time is my daughter has used this. It's been dropped a bunch of times. The power inlet and the thing where you actually charge it is here. And I think what's happened is inside the case it's come loose, so I'm going to go ahead and try and crack this thing open, take a look at it and see if I can fix it as opposed to buying a new one. What I thought I would find when I opened this part up was that it would be really loose in there and be moving back and forth. And unfortunately that is not really the case. It seems to be in there pretty solid. What I thought was happening was that this little part here, hope this is focusing, was getting pushed back in, and so it wasn't allowing the charger to make contact. But now that I've cracked into the case, it seems to be in there pretty solid. I am not sure exactly if I will be able to fix this thing, but cracking into it, it's sort of one of those I can't lose. If I can fix it, I win. If I can't fix it, we're going to get a different one anyway, so it never hurts to try. Maybe I think what's happened. Well, unfortunately, after further review, it does not appear to be working. I think there's something that's wrong with the internal stuff on it. I can get it to work about half the time, but it doesn't stay on. So I'll go ahead and button it back up, and it may be something that the way that the battery is charged on this is it clicks in onto the bottom and then you can charge it. It may be a thing where I can at least charge the battery up and have it for a couple of hours or so like that. So anyway, a lot of these little gizmos and things fell out when the case was open. So the answer is, since there's several different things, or the question I guess I should say, excuse me, is since there's several different little things that have to remain in place and that when you move things will fall out, how do you put them back in? And the answer with that is a little bit of petroleum jelly. You can just put a little dab. For instance, on this part right here, where this little nub is, this spring has to sit right there, and it allows when the latch opens, you can press it in, and it catches on it and keeps the case closed up. So all I'll do is just take a little bit of petroleum jelly, and I'll put a dab on the spring, and it will sit right in there and it won't fall when I go to put it in. And I'll also need to do that on some of the other parts and pieces. Alright, so I'm buttoning up the last screw here in the case, and like I said, I don't think I was able to fix it, but it never hurts to try. And there are a lot of little parts. There's a couple of little plastic parts here. There's this thing here that opens that. Lets that close. There's a little spring in there that you have to, I had to use that Vaseline trick on it. Same with here, this thing kept wanting to, this is your on and off. So there's off and then on. And there are a couple other little things, but what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I'll plug this in. And we'll see if we get anything. Which right now we're not getting anything. If you really push on it hard, you get a little bit of power, but it doesn't. But anytime you move it at all, it doesn't want to work. And that, of course, for using in the car, especially when you're using the car adapter and things like that, if the power is going in and out and in and out, it's just not going to work. So I gave it the good old try, but unfortunately it when you wiggle it a little bit or move it, and of course now it's probably not going to do it. But before, I couldn't get it to stay. Yeah, see, there it goes. If it's just moved just a little bit, it drops right off and kind of comes back on and off, on and off. So, and in here now, when I'm moving this around, it is really, really loose, and that's why I thought before that maybe there was something that I could resolder, but unfortunately, not going to be the case. But anyway, hope it wasn't too boring, and just remember, always give it a try to see if you can fix it before you go out and buy something new, because you got nothing to lose if it's broken already. All right, guys, talk to you later.